Okay, good evening, everyone. David here with a quick little video. Um, so I was thinking about doing a video, and I was kind of going back and forth on what to do it about, and then the mail gave me inspiration for this one. So I'm going to entitle this video "Expectations versus Reality," and that's what we're going to talk about. Before I go any further, though, if you like this page, like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. That would be great. Get the word out and kind of get me out there. That'd be awesome. And I do appreciate everyone who likes and subscribes these videos. So let's get started. Okay. So expectation versus reality. What am I talking about here? So we all get into this fitness journey of ours. And most of us who do this are doing it for one reason, and that is to lose weight. But we have an idea of what we want to look like. And that is that is where I'm going with this video. It's probably not going to be very long, but it is the expectation versus reality. And I'm going to start this off, and this is the inspiration behind it, is the Muscle and Fitness magazine I got today. Okay, so here we got this guy. This is Tom Hopper. He's a, of course, professional model, workout guru, everything like that. He looks amazing. He really does. I mean, he looks awesome. It's great. That's our expectations. A lot of us guys, gals, you look at, you can name off probably a few. And I'm sure if I go in that magazine, I can find a few. And you're like, wow, she looks amazing. That's what I want to be like. Here's the deal with these magazines, okay? That's not going to be your everyday, okay? You can get to there. You can strive to get to there, but that's not going to be your everyday. That's not there every day. When they go into these photo shoots, these photo shoots take time to plan. They know they're going into it. They know they're going to do this. They're training for it before they actually take the shoot. They're doing certain lifts to get their veins popping, to get their muscles going, to get this is all part of the industry. It's all part of it, because when you take pictures, you want to take pictures of people looking their best. And so that's what they do. They take hundreds and hundreds of pictures, and the photographers pick the best poses. They take the pictures and they blur out any imperfections. There's some Photoshop going on. I'm sure we know this. But sometimes we have to be told this, because you look at these magazines and you're like, how can I get to that point? You look at fitness competitions. How can I get there? Listen, people doing fitness competitions, they have been working for months, perhaps years. They have been working to get to that point, to try and get the best that they possibly can. I've been listening to a lot of videos from Arnold Schwarzenegger lately on YouTube. He talked about what he would do leading up to a competition. He even talked about if he knew for a fact that he was going to win the competition because of who was in it, he wouldn't strive as hard to get cut down, because he knew he didn't have to. So he wouldn't put in that extra effort to do it. So he wouldn't look as good as, like, say, when he won Mr. Olympia. Some of these competitions, he wasn't quite as cut. Not saying that Arnold was ever, bad looking or anything like that. Even now, when I believe he's in his 60s, maybe 70s now, he still looks amazing. Really does. Now, he has mentioned he has put on a little weight, and people have inspired him. Some of his fans have inspired him to get back to lifting and everything like that, and that's great for him. But the fact still remains, people look at those old photos, me included. This is complete. I'm completely talking to myself on this. I look back at Arnold's photos. I look back at what he used to be. And while, yes, I know from my frame I could never get as huge as he could, yeah, I kind of think, man, what would it be like to have that type of physique, to have that type of cut line, to have that type of body? The reality is, yes, you can get there, yes, you can reach it, but it's only going to be temporary. You're not going to have that 100% of the time. And I want to say that because I want everyone to realize that that's okay. if you don't get that. That's okay if you don't have that 100% of the time. You're still moving forward. You're still getting to the place that you want to be, which is A, losing weight, B, feeling healthier, and number two, A, B, whatever, feeling healthier, feeling better, C, number three, fitting into better clothes. My wife, Stacy, I took her out. She went down a pant size. She thought not in a million years until she got her hernia repaired she'd ever be able to do that. She was able to fit down to the next size lower. That's awesome for her. I've been able to get down. When I started out, I was ready to go up to 38 because my 36s were getting tight. I'll be honest, the last time I bought a pair of jeans, I bought 2 pairs of jeans. They were 32s. I haven't worn 32s since I was like almost, not very far out of high school. Maybe my first year out of BMT was the last time I was able to wear 32s comfortably. For most of my adult life, most of my military life, and especially most of the time I've been married to Stacy, the lowest I've been is 33. So fitting into a pair of 32s and fitting into them comfortably, not squeezing into them, fitting into them comfortably, was just awesome for me. I felt great. That was great. That's probably as low as I'm going to get on jeans. And that's okay. That's okay. I may continue to still drop inches and everything, but 32s is probably where I'm going to be. And that's fine. I'm sitting right now measuring in at about a 32.5-inch waist. That's probably where I'm going to stay. I'll lean out a little bit as I gain more abdominal definition and muscle, but I'm probably not going to get much lower than that. I may get to a 32, might get to a 31. But you know what? That's okay. I'm not planning on going 4% body fat or anything like that. Do I want to get defined? Yes, I would like to get defined. But do I have to look like I'm on the page of a photo shoot or like I just come out of a modeling contract? No, not necessarily. Will I want to eventually maybe do something like that or get into maybe a physique competition or something like that? If I get to that point, yeah, that would be amazing. But when I get there, then I'll start thinking about getting down that far. But I'm also going to know that once I get that point and once I'm done, okay, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I'm going to go back to eating a little bit of some of the stuff I want to eat, and that's it. I'm going to throw in some carbs. That's okay. So the whole point, the whole premise is to kind of be sure that you understand you can strive for this. And I'm going to hold this back up. You can strive for this. And you can get there. But if that doesn't end up being your everyday, that's okay. That's all right. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. It's the best example I can sit there and tell you is if you're a Christian or follow any religious teachings, in any of them, there's a method to okay, we got to strive for something. We strive to hit this certain level of, some call it perfection, some call it higher living, whatever it may be, but we strive for that. Well, we don't hit it. Nobody on this earth hits it. We're all frail creatures, humans. We make mistakes every day. We don't hit that. But for those, even if you're not the most devout, you don't turn around on your teachings just because you didn't hit it. You carry on, you move forward. Well, it's the same with this. You just don't stop just because you're not going to hit this expectation. This expectation. By the way, I would love to see that one day. I would love to see this guy. I'd love to see that guy's body on me one day. But you know what? As long as I'm just making progress, as long as I keep going forward, as long as I'm doing what I'm trying to do, I'm okay with that. And if I don't hit this ever, don't hit that goal ever, or if I hit it for a day and then back off a little bit, you know what? That's okay, because in the end, and this is important. You shouldn't base your goals on a scale number. You shouldn't base your goals on a model's picture. You should base your goals on getting healthier, getting fitter, feeling better, and bettering yourself. That should be how you face your goals. That should be how you make your goals. That should be what your goals are going forward. Is the scale important in this whole thing? Yes. There's this premise going on that, oh, I'm just going to throw the scale out the window. No, don't do that. Your scale, it doesn't define you, but it still gives you a visual of how you're progressing. It gives you a visual of how you're progressing. Just realize that that's not the end. Because you can stay, that scale cannot move, and yet your measurements can move. That's why it's important not only to take your scale, your weight, but to also take measurements, take your waist, take your thighs, take your arms, anything like that. All that adds up. All that adds up. So don't define yourself by just the number on the scale. Define yourself by other things, okay? And don't define yourself just because when you look in the mirror, you don't see the picture that's on the cover. Define yourself by how you feel. Define yourself by how you're fitting in your clothes, or how maybe your clothes are falling off. I've had that problem too. Define yourself in that way. Define your journey in that way. Define your progress in that way. That's how you get further ahead. That's how you keep moving forward. So many people fall off this journey because they focus on one thing. Mainly it's the scale. They focus on that, and they're not getting the results that they want, and not even realizing that they're getting results in other ways, and they give up. Don't give up just because you're not hitting your expectations. Realize what all is involved in it. Realize that even though that scale's not moving, even though you seem like in your mind you're not getting closer to that picture, realize you're still progressing. You're still doing things to help you further. And I hope this helps you. I hope this encourages you. I hope this causes you to go forth and just attack that goal. You know, I've been able to do that. I started in October, and like I said, right now I think I'm down around 22 pounds now since October. Several inches, like I said. I started out, I was going up to 38 waist jeans. I'm down to 32. I know my first waist measurement I made was 40 inches, and I hit 32 and a half just this past Monday. So this journey, it's been tough. It's taken a lot of hard work. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it has been a journey, and it has made me better. It's made my wife better. It's made everything better. So again, if you like this video, if you like my other ones, check them out. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see y'all again tomorrow. So y'all have a good night, and go get your workouts in. Let's go.